Well, hey, I'm Chris, and I'm the campus pastor at our Sparta location, and I'm here with Buddy Dacus, and he's going to tell us a little bit about a ministry that they do here called the Tangent Christmas Party. So, Buddy, could you tell us how long the Christmas party's been going on, how you got it started?
I think this is the 32nd year that we've had it here at First United Methodist Church. It started as a project of the Tangent Sunday School class, which was a class that I was a part of. And we had and I don't remember exactly, but we had a competition of some sort between the classmates trying to get more people to come to Sunday school. And whoever won the competition got to choose a way to celebrate. So my side won, and so we decided that we were going to have a Christmas party. And we kind of fashioned it after a party that the JCs used to have when I lived in McMinnville, where we'd pick up kids. They actually in McMinnville, they dropped the kids off from the school, and we'd have a party for them and give them clothes and stuff. And it seemed like a neat thing to do. So we decided we'd try that up here. So we started out, we probably had 25 or 30 kids. Now we have probably 150 kids, and we haven't figured out how to tell them no. So we, if they need to come, we let them.
That's
come.
awesome. Now, how do you get the kid? Like, how do you figure out which kids are going to be a part of it? How does that process look like of identifying them and then getting them to the party?
We send out an invitation to the schools, and the teachers decide which children need to come. Of course, there's lots of kids in White County that need help, and the schools know who they are. They know better than we do. So we take it to the principal at each school, and then they'll hand out the invitations for the children. So we don't have any real hand in deciding who comes. We let them decide for us.
Gotcha.
And there's people that their kids will go to different schools. They'll have one at Doyle and one at Woodland Park, and the person at Doyle might pick their child, and then the one at Woodland Park didn't get picked. But when their mother calls and says, "Hey, I've got a child at Woodland Park," we'll send them, bring them on.
Absolutely. So what does a day of look like for the Tangent Christmas Party, as far as getting kids here, and what does the Christmas party look like for them? What kind of things do you guys do for the children?
We pick them up at the schools. We'll have people dispatched to the various schools, and we have the people from First Baptist Church in Sparta that let us have their van and a driver. Central Church of Christ, which is back here across the street from us, they provide us with a van and a driver. And then anybody we know that's got a Suburban or anything that'll pick up kids, we figure out what we need and we send them out to the schools to pick them up. When they get here, we'll have a snack for them. We'll have some cookies and milk and stuff for them, or some fruit, because some of the kids won't have eaten since 10 o'clock in the morning, so they'll be hungry. So we feed them when they get here. And then the main thing that we do, or what we provide for them, we buy them all a complete set of clothes. We buy them a shirt, a pair of pants, a set of underwear, a set of socks and shoes, and a winter coat.
Yeah.
For all of them, and all brand new stuff. We buy all new stuff. We don't ask for donations of slightly used or anything. We buy brand new. We also buy them a toy. And we let them see Santa Claus, and Santa Claus gives them their toy.
That's awesome.
We get a stocking for each one of them filled with fruit and candy and junk, and the last few years we bought them all a board game. We've got them all a new book to take home with them. The sanctuary that we're sitting here is where we keep their baskets. We give them a laundry basket when they get here to store their stuff in, and this room's full of baskets, and this, like I said, we have 150 kids down in our fellowship hall. So, this place is full.
That's awesome.
And it's rocking when they're here.
It's really cool to see something that started out as an idea at the end of just a little competition inside of Sunday school. 32 years later, to see the exponential growth. Could you have ever imagined it being what it is now?
Oh, no. And I can remember one year, one of the first years that we had it, we'd have it on Saturday morning. They'd go to school, for an hour and a half on Saturday morning, and we'd have it that day. And there were a lot of times, when we'd have 25 or 30 kids coming, I'd leave in the church van to go to Woodland Park and pick up some kids and hope they had enough people here when I got back to help us to get it done. You know, a lot of times I would leave and my son Ashley and I and maybe one or two other people would be all that was here. But by the time we got back, there'd be a room full of people.
Yeah.
One thing that I didn't mention, we also feed them while they're here. They all get to eat supper before they leave. The Sonic has fed them every year that we've had it. So Bill West has done a great job of doing that for us, and they feed the not only the children but the volunteers.
Yeah.
So we have a full afternoon when they're here.
So it's really cool just listening to you talk about it. That again, like an idea that started 32 years ago, just inside a Sunday school room. Now, as you're beginning to talk, there's multiple churches involved, businesses in the community that are a part of it. So it's really cool to see that, White County rallying around White County kids and making an impact and a difference for them. And we know that with 150 kids, I'm sure that over the last 32 years that you've seen some kids come through that are probably in really bad situations. Are there any stories that stick out to you of maybe some individual kids that you've seen come through?
I can remember one time we took some kids home that lived, within a mile of where we're sitting right now, and I had 4 or 5 kids in the car with me, and we dropped a child off, and the kids that were in the car with me cried because it was such a bad situation for these kids. Yeah. I mean, they just wanted to get away from that house, and like I say, that's within a mile of where we're sitting right here. And I guess one other one I remember, one of the first years that we did it, there was a little boy, and I remember he went to school at Woodland Park, and he was a little blonde-haired boy, and I get choked up when I tell this, but this little boy was putting on a show. I mean, he was acting out everything that we did. And he was just really hard to control. And we had a lady that taught it at Woodland Park, or was a teacher's aide at Woodland Park. She tried to help us take care of these kids, and she did. But this little boy was just putting on a show for us. Well, like I said, there was only probably 25 or so that particular year. So we decided we were going to all sit around in a circle down in the fellowship hall and sing Christmas songs. So we did, and this little boy wanted to sing. He wanted to sing by himself. So we let him. We thought, what's the worst thing you can do? Grandma got run over by a reindeer or something, So, but anyway, we let him sing. So he got up, and like I said, we were all sitting there, and he got up and he was going to sing. Well, he sang Silent Night. And his little lips just quivered. He was so scared. But it was perfect. I mean, it was just beautiful. And I guess of all the things I remember that. I mean, it was just incredible.
That's awesome. Buddy, I think what you guys are doing is unbelievable. And we do something at Life Church every single month called the Dollar Club. And what the Dollar Club is once a month, we ask everybody in all of our campuses to give $1 extra. We believe when we put all of those dollars together that we're able to do something pretty amazing. And so this month, the Tangent Christmas Party, it is the recipient of this month's Dollar Club.
Oh, wow.
And so we have a check for you for $5,000 that we want to invest in what you're doing here, that you can continue to reach people and that you continue to make an impact here in our community. And we appreciate what you're doing for all of these kids.
I can't express to you how much I appreciate this, but we will take good care of it, and we will spend it wisely.
Yes, sir.
We'll put it to good use, I promise.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.